Two of them don't have. Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, good.
Okay, we're good now.
All right. Okay, so since I'm going first, this episode of our podcast, we're kind of just talking about like what we've read recently, like what we're liking. It's kind of just like a catch-all for our pod. We're not really going over like one thing specifically, but the what I wanted to talk about was the Crimson Moth series. It's a 2-book YA fantasy series. This is the first book. Katie gifted it for my birthday. It was a lovely gift. I'm super excited for it because it's so pretty. It's so pretty. But basically the book's about a witch and then like a witch hunt. So they live in this town, and the town used to be ruled by witch queens, and witches were like free to like, you know, use their spells and do whatever they wanted with their magic, essentially. I mean, like to an extent, like they didn't want them out there like killing people, you know, like normal laws, but they were able to like be a witch freely. But the people who weren't witches were starting to get tired of them like using their magic. So basically what they did is they revolted against these queens and killed all of them. And then now like I guess like normal humans are basically like in charge, and they're like executing witches now. Like so you can't be a witch. But the thing that makes it really hard is these witches have like an interesting way of doing their magic. So it's almost so they have to use blood for their magic. So they will carve into whichever body part to use their blood to cast a spell. But the problem with that is when you're casting a spell, it leaves like a certain scar on your skin. And so it makes you really identifiable as a witch. So that's kind of that's kind of like the background, I guess, so to say. But our two main characters are Rune and Gideon. Rune is a witch and she's in hiding, essentially. She's also like the vigilante. Like she is trying to rescue other witches that like the capital suspects, and she's getting them out, which is really cool. But then Gideon comes into play, and he is captain of the Blood Guard, which is the people who hunt witches, essentially. Yeah, so
enemies to lovers.
It is such true enemies to lovers, because like they are literally like fighting against each other. Like there are instances like Rune knows who he is, but Gideon's trying to figure out who the Crimson Moth is, and he can't figure it out. And so they both decide that they're going to pretend court each other to find each other's secrets, because Rune is trying to get this witch out of the capital, essentially. Like she's looking at her
into his bed. Hey.
Yeah.
Courting right into the bedroom.
Yeah. So Rune's goal is her grandma was executed like right in front of her. It was really sad. But her grandma was really good friends with a witch named Seraphine, and that was her dying wish for Rune, is to find Seraphine, because this witch was in hiding after that. And so she finally finds her, but the Blood Guard got her. Like Gideon has her locked up. And so they decide to like pretend court each other. Like Gideon is like courting Rune because he wants to see if she's the Crimson Moth, and she's pretend courting Gideon because she wants more info to get Seraphine out. So it's very cat and mouse, and it's very fun, and it's very angsty and bantery. And I think with YA, like that stuff kind of gets more fun, because with adult fantasy, I feel like you just go into like heavier sexual details. Yeah. But like with YA, I like love the tension. Like I think the tension's super fun. And this whole story kind of goes on for like 2 books of like them going back and forth, and like I can kind of see where like people might get kind of annoyed because it's so much banter and it's so much back and forth, because they'll be like, well, I think I like him, but I know he's just using me. And then it's like literally the reverse, where he's like, I think I like her, but I know she's just using me.
So do you get both of their POVs?
Yeah, it's dual POV.
Love
very
that.
nice. Yeah.
Sign me up.
Yeah. So yeah, like the angst and the tension and like that stuff, it's like it's a little beat in your head, like over and over again. But like, to be honest, like I never got annoyed with it. I loved it. I ate that shit up. So like, I don't know, like they were just like so good together. So I enjoyed every little bit of it. I definitely recommend it. I'm definitely a fan of more like witchy, darker kind of aspects. So I think it like really hit home for me. But I know like YA is not everyone's go-to.
Is it set in like a fantasy world, or is it like our world?
Yeah.
But okay. All right, cool.
Yeah, definitely a fantasy world. And there's like neighboring towns and stuff too. So that's why like Rune's job is so big, like on being the Crimson Moth, like getting other witches out, because like other places like allow witches, and allow them to practice their magic freely. So like that's why her role is like so important, because she's like just trying to get everyone safe essentially.
How old are they?
Oh, that's a good question. I think they're like between, well, okay, so I think Rune is like between 18 and 20. I know they definitely tell you specifically how old they are, but I just can't remember. And I think like Gideon is 20 to 22. So like,
Okay, so they're like adults, but just younger.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's cool. Why?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't really have like too much prepared to talk about both books, because I obviously don't want to give too much away,
Right.
But yeah, I feel like very descriptive writing. I feel like I could picture everything, and I had a really good time with it.
Like, what kind of books are you like regularly reading right now?
Mostly fantasy for sure.
Yeah.
And
would you
I
say
don't
most
know.
okay, or like kind of like all over the place?
I'm kind of like all over the place, but more I've been leaning more towards like duologies and like standalones recently. So I feel like I'm just trying to get a quick thing. I think I want to move into a series next, like a 3 to 4 book series, but we'll see.
Yeah, dig in deep.
It's got to be complete though. That's a hard line for me.
I know.
really enjoy duologies, like, because
Me
I
too.
feel like some stories like
You
need.
should write this one.
I know I should. You convinced me, Emily. I'm in.
I got the right one for you. It's right here. Talk about it now.
There was like something special about like growing up with like a big series that was like kind of slowly coming out,
Harry Potter.
Yeah.
For sure.
or Hunger Games, or the infamous Twilight. Dare I say it?
I mean, I love it. I will say that the writing's not like the greatest, but I mean, I honestly think like for like the time, and like the age group that it goes to, it's probably just fine.
Oh yeah, it was a good time back in the day.
Did you know all of those movies are on Peacock now?
Mm.
Time for another marathon? Anyone?
Dude, I love a good marathon of all.
Dude, Eric loves Twilight.
Dude, I love that.
All right,
He
Let's,
saw it in the theaters.
Team Edward or Team Jacob? Who were you grown up?
Me, I was always Team Edward. I didn't like Jacob. Although now I feel like I like Jacob more.
Can we get like a why choose type situation going on?
Katie's
So
like,
great, Katie's into her MMFM.
MFM. Good times.
so in your book though, what character do you like most in your book? Like, who are you drawn to?
I think I do like Rune the most, just because like she's like unassuming, right? Because she's so her grandma was like pretty wealthy, and she never showed like, well, they're called casting marks, like the scars that they get like when they cast spells. And she never used like she used her period blood to do all her spells, so she never got any casting scars.
That's really
Yeah. The
Diabolical.
only, I know. The only problem with that is though, like the
You can
more
only do it
blood
once
you
a month.
yeah, that and it's just like the more blood you use, and like if say if you like have permission to use someone else's blood, like you can create stronger spells. So like she wasn't creating like super strong spells because like her blood was like not fresh, and it was like, you know, it wasn't a lot. So that was like her drawback, but then also like nobody knew for sure that she was a witch because she didn't have any like proof of it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so her grandma was like super rich. She owned um like a shipping company. So like she had a bunch of ships and she inherited like all of that stuff. And so she was they have it's almost like a what's that show where they like court each other and it's like a big to do.
Love is Blind.
Yeah,
Oh.
so they kind of have like balls and stuff a lot, like Bridgerton, and they all get dressed
Love is Blind. Crying out loud.
Sorry, it's just on my mind right now. There's a new season.
I can't.
But yeah, so she kind of plays as this like ditzy like rich girl essentially, but actually she's like super smart, super strong, and like has all these connections, and she's like
So she's kind of like Aelin. She's like witch Aelin.
She's
yeah,
hustling.
not like assassinating anybody essentially.
Well, sure, but you know,
Yeah.
like, but she hid all of like her like qualities, and she had like a
Mhm.
network of like, you know, people to like.
She's playing the game.
Right.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
that.
And I think it's nice because like she is alone in life because like her family was executed in front of her, which sucks. But she's got like a really good group of friends and like people who just like really have her back, and that's kind of like fun to read about too because I like a good like found family situation as well.
For
So,
sure. That's one of my favorite things in books.
yeah. I will say a little spoiler, the found family does kind of fall apart, but
Patrick.
at the end, you know.
We'll be like captions, there's spoilers, and I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Or we could like bleep it out or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't feel like that was any of that was any like really spoilery or whatever.
No,
You know, I mean,
no.
you can kind of predict
It's
some of
just
these
like
things
the
to
found,
happen.
yeah, the found family element like is a thing in the first book, but then like it's not really a thing in the second book, so it just kind of falls apart.
But I mean, that creates like the plot, like it gets you invested. Like now you're emotionally like scarred.
Yeah,
Give me book
I guess
2, you know?
I guess I should explain why like Gideon like hates witches so much too. So like his parents were the dressmakers for the witch queens when they reigned in the capital or whatever. But the witches ended up killing his family.
Oh, that yeah.
So like he has like, you know, a vengeance against them, and like he wants all of them dead because he thinks all of them are evil, which is like not true. Like the queens were for sure, like they were doing bad shit, but like I wouldn't say that every witch is evil.
Exactly.
So
But yeah,
kind of plays on some like political / like, you know, discrimination topics, I guess, if you're into witches, non-witches. Oh.
Was the character like do you feel like they were developed enough? Like they were like really like you
Oh
got
yeah.
a sense of like who they were and like what they look like and stuff?
Yeah. And like the fan art's really fun on Pinterest, so if you guys ever want to look it up.
Good. I love that.
that's one of my
But yeah.
favorite things.
I know, right? I get really upset when I read like kind of more of like an underground book and I look for fan art and there's none.
I
It's
know.
really
Yeah, that sucks. I just want to
like
know
the
what they
book
look
on
like.
Yeah, the book I'm reading right now, like, literally has no fan art, and I'm like, I mean, I can picture some of it in my head, but I just really I want someone else to do that for me and
What's
Yeah,
the
draw.
for
book
sure.
right now again?
Huh?
What's the book you're reading right now again?
It's called Someone You Can Build a Nest In.
Oh,
Um,
Shishin.
yeah.
yeah.
Shishin.
Well, if anybody ever watches this, please create fan art for Emily in this
The
book.
Crimson
Yeah,
Moth
please,
series, please.
please.
She's kind of a newer author too, isn't she?
Who?
The what is her name? Chris. It's
Yeah. I don't know if this was her debut or just like one of the like one that just like got really big, but yeah, I think she is a newer author.
yeah.
But
Honestly, I feel like I've been reading like debut authors books lately because like I'll
uh,
catch them on TikTok and they're like,
yeah,
read my book, support me, and I'm like, I got you, like yes, and then I
yeah.
have really enjoyed them. So
I feel like I was treated because of course, One Dark Window is one of my favorite books, but that was her debut novel and that was like crazy.
well, and you saw that like what is it? The new one that's comes out in May is also a
Yes.
duology, which I love.
I'm
I have
literally
really been
melting. I
getting
don't know if
into.
I can wait.
I pre-ordered it.
Did
I'm
you?
really excited. Yeah.
Yeah, I need to do that too, but I was like, maybe I can hold out until she writes the second book, but I don't think I will be able to.
I don't really have a huge issue with because like duology is different,
True. You,
like
you can
the
see the
thing.
end.
Yeah, the end is in sight. Like it's
Yeah,
okay if I read it. Like I know that when the next book comes out, like it's done, it's over. And plus, I
right.
don't have to reread like 5 books back because it's been like 4 years. So
Hmm.
that is not as big of a deal. And I would probably break my New Year's resolution for that.
Fair. But yeah, I guess I'll wrap that up. Um, highly recommend the Crimson Moss series. So
I just got the second one. It's like on my bookshelf, so
oh,
it's like I'm ready to
yeah,
dive in.
it's so good. It's so good, and they're pretty quick reads. They're not super long. So
I do appreciate that. Like sometimes I
yeah.
do want like a really long, like thick book, that I'm just
Mhm.
like immersed in, and then sometimes I'm ready. Shut up, Pyro. Sometimes I'm ready for like like a quick read or whatever,
Yeah, yeah.
standalone.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yo, Nikki, where you go?
She gone?
She gone.
She
Mine
gone.
only switches between like a couple people, so
You can put it on like gallery view, and then you get everybody.
I should do
Yeah, I like it better because then like I can actually respond to who I know is talking.
Oh yeah, there we go. That's better.
Yeah. Well, since Nikki was gonna go next, why don't you go next, Mads? And then she'll be back.
Let's see if I have the book.
Hi,
Okay.
Brahmi.
Oh, is that our first guest appearance?
Yeah, Brahmi, where'd you go, buddy?
Brownie.
Oh, he's right here.
Brownie.
Look at that. You no.
Did you see him? He was like, I'm on camera.
He was shook. He was not prepared.
He was like, what is that contraption?
All right. Well, what I'm reading right now is called Ship of Magic by Robin Hobb. This is
Ooh, a Robin Hobb book. That's exciting.
it is. It is a trilogy, I believe. Yes, and this is the first book, and I've only read the first book, so like I have a lot to learn about it and like see how it develops. But yeah, I actually have never read a Robin Hobb book. Correct me if I'm wrong, Katie. I feel like you know all the books.
I
I've
don't
read.
think so. I don't think I have either, though.
Emily, like what other books like are popular? Do you know any books that are popular by him that I don't know?
No.
Or he's just like a
You
popular.
sounded so excited, though. I was like, are you his biggest fan?
No. I mean, like, I've been wanting to read one of his books, but I haven't really,
Cool.
I
Right.
haven't like really researched,
Yeah, no. That's what I was just curious. I was like, wait, is there other books out there? And I don't.
I'm sure there is. I mean,
Yeah.
like, I was at Books a Million today because it was my flex day, and I all 3 of his books were for sale in like the sci-fi fantasy section.
Yeah. But anyway, so book one, what I'll say about the book is that it has like really rich world building, which like I'm all about. Like I just really like getting fully immersed. I currently have a siren in my house named Abby, so I apologize.
Okay, Marlo's barking too right now.
There's something is out there, and she is protecting the home. She is a protector. Okay.
Protector.
I don't know if there's anything in there. So there's like a lot of politics in this book. So like it follows this family called the Vistrit family, and they are old world traders. I think that's how they're classified. So like they're the traders of this town in this like world that like go back really far, and so they're very established in this town called Bingstown, and they trade with these kind of like, I don't know, like tribe almost like people that have like interesting customs, and these people live like in a place that not other people can like safely go. I think there's like something about radiation because like they have like disfigurements and like other things going around, and they wear hoods, and there's like magic, like heavy magic where they live, and these families trade with them. So that's kind of like just the setting. So the book, it has a lot of like nautical themes. Like there's piracy, there's boat trading. So you'll learn a lot about like manning a ship in this world. Okay, like an old time, like giant sailboat. So that's kind of cool too, because like I know nothing about that, so that's fun. And then it like kind of follows more of like that time where like, you know, people were married off and like, excuse me. Sorry.
Abby didn't like that.
I
You know,
didn't
she's feminist to her at core.
think Abby doesn't like that I am talking to other people and not her right now. So. She just don't respect that her time is being taken up by this podcast. She is very upset. So anyway, so yeah, it's like okay, it's okay. Hold on. Come here. Come here. Come here. Get up here. Get all the way up here. All right, you're just gonna sit here and everything's gonna be okay. So where was I at? Okay, yeah, so it's like kind of like that timepiece where like, you know, people are being like married off and like being courted, and like suitors will come suit like and whatnot. So that's like another like kind of place or like thing about it to kind of give
Was it really detailed then? Like, did you have a hard time getting through the details? Because it sounds very intricate.
Yeah, no, it's very intricate, but I like that. Like,
I was gonna say, I think that's Malin's jam.
that's right. Like Game of Thrones. Good shit.
Did you ever read that?
I like
Maybe?
the quick and easy.
Yeah, I just read the first book.
But I like both. I do like both, but like if I really want to like get immersed into the like the whole world, then I want some more. Yeah.
Well, in a series like that, I feel like you kind of need to, you know, because like
Yeah.
if you're leaving out details, it like kind of derails the whole story.
Mm.
Exactly. But anyway, I won't go over too many of the details because there's a ton. But some of the interesting characters. Okay, so there's a ton of characters. I'll just say that. That's all I say. But like one of the main characters, my favorite, she's basically this is gonna sound really bad, but like I don't know how to pronounce her name correctly, so
Hey, I have that problem all the time.
like,
I'm having it currently, actually.
Anyway, the main character, like female character, she like always was like on the boat with her dad as like one of the like the traders in this town, and like her whole like mission right now is to get back on her boat that was her dad's, because her like dad passed away, and her sister's husband is now manning the boat, and that was like supposed to be her legacy.
Freaking Kyle.
Yeah. So yeah, his name's Kyle, and her name is Althea.
We got Althea and Kyle. What the hell?
Yeah, but Kyle is her like brother-in-law.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but still.
Yeah.
He-
I
he's a
got
jerk.
Piece of work. Okay. He's also from like a different town and has different customs, and he doesn't believe that women should be like in charge of the own like captaining of a boat. So it is like kind of her struggle of like trying to like break that norm of
Yeah.
like this other like this guy's cult like ideas, and like ideas are changing. So like in the politics, like women are being seen as inferior now, whereas like before they were like customarily in this town like not seen as inferior. So that's kind of happening in this world, as well as like slavery is beginning in this world kind of. There's some heavy like politics and whatnot coming about. So the magic part, there's also like deep magic in this book as well. The boats, they're made out of certain type of wood called wizard wood, and this wood
Got that wizard wood.
this wood like quickens, so to say, and becomes alive. So how on old boats and ships there's a figurehead?
Yeah.
Eventually like the wizard wood boats come alive.
Nice.
And then
Wow.
yeah, so that's like an interesting part of it too.
What happens when they become alive? Like, do the dynamics change of who runs the boat, or?
So the family always like runs the boat.
Oh, okay.
So after this is kind of dark. After 3 generations of Vistrits have passed away on the boat comes alive.
Oh,
Yeah.
so it means like a death toll.
Yeah,
that's actually really interesting. I feel like I've not read a book like that before.
Yeah, that's how detailed. Like, it's just there's so much I could talk about in this book, but I can't because it's just too much. There's also like
a whole episode in itself.
Just Madeline talking about this book.
There is one other theme, and that comes with the sea serpents. So there are like a creature in here that like the traders and the pirates are all also like kind of battling and have to like be wary of. And they are like giant, and they have their own chapter as well where they talk and discuss like within themselves, like you can hear like the mind of the creature, if you will.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, it's good stuff.
Dude, you should do a review on that book.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to do a review so I can like give you guys more, but it's a hefty one. It's a good one.
How long is it? Just out
It's
of
like
curiosity.
800 pages.
Okay. I figured after all the details of her just explaining
That's
it.
true. It is on Kindle.
It's on
I wonder if it's probably not 800.
It's probably a little less, or
Yeah,
maybe more. I can't remember like which one.
I don't know the math between paper to Kindle. You know, that escapes me.
What was it called again?
Ship of Magic.
So
if you want like a very detailed, rich world building with magic, ships, family dynamics, politics,
sea serpent,
serpents,
living ships, the wizard wood. It kind of sounds like something you'd like. I don't know, like some.
And character development is like you're gonna get the details of everything. So There's that too.
You're gonna know everyone in like the back of your hand, man.
There's a little budding romance as well. Sometimes these books that are like so detailed, like the romance is not as like spicy as like it to be, or like as intense, or like the main theme. But there is like a little like, there's a little Kindle in there.
Well, and we
Right.
should actually shout out too, because this is actually Mike Todden's recommendation in the
Oh,
group. Yeah, so
Yeah.
when I posted the fantasy recommendation, he posted
Good
in the chat.
job.
Yeah,
Good
so
job.
Mike Todden, thank you so
Thanks,
much for
Mike.
giving us the material here.
Thanks, Mike. Yeah, but I'm excited. I've already started book 2. Right now, well, I can't really tell you, but
I got that update, by the way.
pirates are out here and they're doing stuff. That's all I'll say.
Kendall was like, my Goodreads was like, you're currently reading The Ship of Destiny. And I was like, I am.
Surprise! You guys
But,
share?
yeah, I had to remove it.
Yeah,
Yeah, she just logs into mine. I had to remove it from my Goodreads because, like, even though like nobody checks me but me, like I can't lie to myself. Like, I can't be like, oh yeah, I finished that book. Like, heck yeah. Like,
There's something like so alluring about like being on a ship, like I always picture myself, like scrubbing the floor, singing some sea shanties.
I always think of like Pirates of the Caribbean, and I want to be like Calypso, how she's all like seed out,
I sadly picture like Deadliest Catch because like Ryan's obsessed with that show, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I'm gonna get knocked out in like the Bering Sea and like never be seen again. Like that's what I'm thinking.
That's
my God.
wild.
Abby's upset that I kicked her off the couch. My leg was hurting.
Sorry,
Sorry,
Abby.
I had to disappear there for a minute. Mava had a bit of a tumble with some grape juice.
Oh no, that grape juice, it'll get you.
Yeah, she was coming to try and show me that she made some, and then we flipped the entire
Boom.
pitcher and fell up the stairs.
It's not funny. I'm not laughing. I'm so sorry.
It's hilarious.
Oh, man, that's good.
Pretty
Hey, at least it's better than anal gland juice,
Oh my God. Yeah.
Name of the
You noticed I
podcast
had to
right there.
move.
Episode 3, anal gland juice.
Deal with anal. Oh,
She's got a problem. I have to take her into the vet like every month. I must be late. I can't remember.
You can get them surgically removed, so you don't have to do it anymore.
Okay, but I talked to my vet about it, and he's like, "Well, you might have to go somewhere else because I've never done it on a cat."
Oh God!
Oh no.
You're like, thank you, sir, and all your expertise.
Yeah.
it was like odd though.
Honestly, it'd probably be worth it because I have to go in like every month, and she's only like 5. So
Yeah, we had to do that with my dog growing up because we had to go in like every month too. So we were like, just get rid of him. She don't need him.
smart.
Yeah.
So Madeline, are those your books that you wanted to talk about?
Yeah, I mean, like that's just the one that I've recently read. I also read Belladonna, which is like the book that you got me, and that was like a really fun book too. Definitely like obviously not as like detailed heavy as this one or like rich world building, but it was like a slow build YA romance, and it was like gothic, kind of like mansion murder mystery theme. So it was a good time. And so yeah, like I like to kind of go all over the place with what I read, just like all over. I find it like it entertains me to know that there's so many different options out there, And I'm like, I can read them all. They're all at the tip.
I feel like that would be the only reason I'd want to live forever,
Yeah.
Because
Agreed.
I'll never be able to read all the books I want to read. And
It
like
doesn't
think
make
about it,
me
like when I'm
sad.
like 90, like what if there's an incomplete series and it's like kind of dicey whether I'm gonna make it or not? Like that stresses me out.
Well, Katie, just know that time isn't real and nothing matters. And in your next lifetime, you could probably just read it.
What if I come back as like a bug or some shit from all those like MMFMMF books I've been reading?
Reader bug. I don't know.
A reader book. I'll just like be buzzing around somebody else that's reading, like, oh wait, I'm not ready. These bug eyes don't work as well as my past human lives.
Your eye would be like as big as like one letter.
Like people talk about like right, people talk about like how they like haunt people, you know, for like their transgressions. I'm just like haunt fellow readers, like, ooh, what book are you reading?
What we're reading
Be there.
today.
If they start reading too fast, you just politely tap them on the shoulder.
Excuse me. Just 1 second here.
I feel like we need
Wasn't quite done with that.
Katie being a bug that reads.
Like Katie did.
I'm just like visualizing this in my head, just her buzzing around.
You should write that book, Madeline, you know?
I don't like. I think it's
Bug that reads.
Somebody should
That
make
would
an
be
art
cute.
of Katie the
Yeah.
bug reader.
That would be a cute children's book. I'll write it.
I was like about like coming back to life as a bug. Like, do you think like really we want to explain death and I don't know, like reincarnation to all that?
I mean, some of these children's books go hard, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
They have difficult topics.
we really just rolled with this. Okay, well, yeah, that's pretty much all I got, guys. That's what I'm reading. That's what I'm
Live.
doing. I can give you a good would you rather for the end of this.
Well, and if anybody wants to check out our Facebook page, Malin has posted a review on Belladonna
Yeah.
as well. So you guys should definitely go check that out.
I did see that. It was a very nice review, Madeline.
It was great, dude. I loved it. I was
Was
so
lovely.
impressed.
I was as well.
I was like, yes!
I need to get better at like posting reviews because I feel like I have been reading a lot, but I'm not telling anybody about it.
Yeah, dude.
Keep it
I
close
mean,
to
share
the
with
chest.
the
I
group.
like it.
I mean, I'm gonna read it. Like,
True. Yeah.
maybe somebody, maybe nobody else will, but I will.
Yeah. All right. Should I go then?
Yeah, hit it.
All right, hold on. Let me start with my fancy schmancy background.
This is lit.
All right. So the first book I'd like to talk about, which I'm not going to talk about too much because I read it a long time ago and I honestly can't remember too much about it. But I will talk about it's the When the Moon Hatched by Sarah Parker. Are you guys seeing that backwards or is it just me seeing it backwards?
Just you.
Yep.
Okay. It was really good. I do remember that the main character, I think her name is Rave. I don't know. It's spelled like Maeve, but with an R, so I was going with Rave. And she's an assassin. And so it's kind of interesting. The world it's set in is they're like underneath a tyrannical rule and it has dragons and there's lots of details and I picked it up because I thought it was standalone, and it is not a standalone. So I
Did you
would
see that they extended the release too? It's not coming out until 2026. Yeah, it
No,
was
I didn't
originally supposed to be released in this like fall. Now it's February.
Yikes.
Look
I
what you
think maybe
tried
that's
it.
why I don't remember it because I'm like I'm gonna have to reread this because I
Put it
can't.
out of your
I
mind.
can't- yeah, I can't think about it because I do remember thinking at the end that it was really good and that I wanted to
No
I
more.
wanted to know more and know what happened and like I have so many theories and stuff and they'll not be confirmed for a while. But anyways, I don't think I got upset with a female main character, which is a legit problem for me. So usually if I recommend a book highly, it's because they don't annoy the piss out of me. They hate female main characters sometimes. But so yeah, I would recommend it to anyone who wants to read it. But if you're like Katie and don't want to start a series that has already or isn't all released, then I definitely would not recommend reading it. Because
I own it. It
remember
is
being
sitting on the
so
shelf.
pissed off. Yeah,
It's
I
what
think I called you, Katie, after I finished it, and I was like, "This
Mhm.
book is so amazing." Yeah. Anywho, so I don't have very many details. It was really good though, so I would recommend
I
it.
do really like it though because I feel like on TikTok it's been like controversial whether people like it or hate it. So like it's good to know that like yeah that you like it because I've like kind of set it on like the half shelf, you know, like oh do I want to read it? Or not?
Well,
The
I mean,
half
if you do
shelf.
want to read it, you won't have all the info for a while, so that
Well,
sucks.
true.
But
Not
I-
gonna
Hold off.
soon.
I liked the dynamic between the two main characters. It's a traditional like female male main characters, and
I guess
the
yeah,
one
it's like traditional.
well, and the female main character is like an assassin for this like rebel group. So I thought she was really interesting, and I also think I might like just like books about assassins because I really enjoyed like Throne of Glass and some other like assassin type books. But I would recommend it. I mean, if you're okay waiting, like
I mean,
it was a good read.
closer, but yeah,
What?
Now,
I said
this
I'll
book is pretty
probably
long
post
too,
closer.
right?
Yeah, this book is long. I
I was
don't
gonna
remember
say,
how
and
many
it's pretty
pages, but
detailed. Yeah.
mhm.
So,
It's a
I mean, I
it's
guess
a
you
really
probably
cool.
do like longer books, just depending on if they catch you.
Maybe. I think I just get annoyed with some of the characters sometimes. And that's
Hmm.
really where I have like my downfall because if I'm starting to like really get frustrated with a character, then I will stop reading it. Like I'm not someone who has to finish the book, you know?
Hmm.
I am someone like that.
I know you are. I wish I was like that because there's so many like unfinished stories in my head and I'm like, I wonder how that ended and I can't remember what book it is or
I don't know how
whatever.
you do it. Like, I have to know, even if it's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think it also helps that I tend to forget things pretty fast.
I also do that.
I
though, too.
honestly wish I had that. Like, it annoys me to no end that like I can like recall details. Like, what if I just wanted to read it again?
I'm
Just enjoy
glad
it.
you can
First
because
time.
you answer all my questions.
Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm glad you can too. I just got a book from Kindle Unlimited because I wanted like a fun, like quick read or whatever. Just got a book, like downloaded it from Kindle Unlimited. And you know, if you finish a book on there, it'll like keep wherever you were, even if you return it. Well, I open it and I'm already at the end. I was like, did I read this? I did. To answer your question, I did.
oh, that's
And
great.
then I had to reread it, obviously. And the whole time I'm like, man, I don't remember any of this. And then I'm like, okay, I remember kind of like a brand new read again. Jeez.
Love that. Love that.
I'm not much of a rereader. Like, even though I forget it all, I'll just be like, well, now I have to like read something else because if I don't, then that's time wasted for all these potential books. I'm gonna die too fast.
I'm a huge rereader. Like, it's bad.
I feel like I reread my favorites. Like
Yeah.
I will reread Throne of Glass forever. Same thing with like Rhapsodic. Am I saying
Literally
that
any
right?
Nora Roberts book I'll reread.
I don't think I've ever reread a book. Like, I'm really trying to think if I have.
Oh
But
my god, that's so depressing. Like,
That is
I,
wild, Madeline. Yeah.
I don't really rewatch movies often. I do,
I
but
love rewatching movies.
I know. What about all those marathons we were just talking about?
That's
I
different though. I
don't
feel like that's a vibe.
often. But
Yeah.
Uh,
I do rewatch some movies, but like I think it has to be like those nostalgic like series ones.
Like Maze Runner, Divergent,
mm,
Hunger
mhm.
Games for sure.
But like
Yeah,
just like
those are all good.
like
I know. It's
you
time for
know
a Maze Runner one now.
a random really good movie I typically won't rewatch, but
What about Twister? We've
Yeah.
seen that like 3 times, bro.
that's what did I think?
Is that just me? Like,
I
is that
read
totally off?
movies, but like I don't know. Like I don't think I do it by myself. Like there always has to be like
It's because of me.
somebody
You
hyping
can
me
just say it.
up, Katie Burrows or Harper.
Ryan doesn't like rewatching movies either, and he's always like, "We just watched this one a year ago," and I was like,
A
"It's
year.
been 6 months. Like, it's good to go."
He's not it either.
And I don't even know why he's complaining because, like, dude falls asleep halfway through it. Like, he doesn't even know what happened. Like, he can never recall names. Oh man, it's the most wretching thing about marriage.
Dude, Eric's the same way. He'll fall asleep during a movie and like he'll watch the beginning of like the same movie over and over and over again. And it's hilarious. He's like, how does this one end? I was like, you haven't seen the ending? He's like, no, I've rewatched the beginning at
Poor
least 20
dude.
times.
Like, it's fine.
But dead. Okay, let me move on to my next book because I have three of them.
Oh, you have more books.
Okay, the next one I read was Anathema. I
She's
don't know,
an
by Clary Lake.
assassin too.
I really like Mary Lake. She's a good author for sure.
This cover
Yeah,
is sick. Like, I
I'm
love
trying to
this
think if
cover.
I read any of her other ones. This one was a little out of the ordinary for me because it kind of, I guess, was spooky initially, and I wasn't sure I was gonna like it. But I think I mentioned I was trying to branch off into like the more gothic, like darker
Mhm.
themes, kind of like One Dark Window and like
Coming to my side of things.
Fun
yeah. Well,
fact,
I don't know if I
Nikki
could
is
go as
scared of
hard
the
as Emily's
shadows.
going.
So
Yeah. So, but this one I really liked, and this one is also a series, so be warned. But it's about, and I also I've learned I struggle with any kind of books that have any kind of like harm towards children. And the beginning of this book is all about basically how the guy's family, is basically hurt by this one, yeah, priest or I can't remember. Um, it was really hard for me to get through the beginning. So if you go past that, though, I got really into it. And it's basically about this girl, her name's Mavis, and there's two different sides of this world, and there's like the Fae side and the human side, and they kind of forgot that the other exists. And so on the human side is Mavis, and they are a very like almost like a Puritan community, I would say. They're very like male dominated, like women have to follow, all these rules and stuff, and they're very scared of what they call the eating woods. And it's basically like if you don't follow the church or the church's like guidelines and stuff like that, you get sacrificed to the eating woods. And so it's almost like Salem, like the witch hunts, like neighbors like accuse each other and I mean
I'm sensing a theme between you two. Like Emily,
yeah, I
Nikki,
don't know.
sensing a theme. Is that why you wanted to go to Boston? Like,
Apparently. I think I'm going to Boston. Sorry. Anyways, so it's really good because the eating woods, so there's this monster in the woods, and like Mavis has some kind of connection to the woods, like you can tell. And she's really close with her sister, and what happened, like some stuff happens. And Mavis is also an adopted sister. She was left outside of the eating woods when she was a baby. So she doesn't know like her heritage or where she comes from. And so what ends up happening is she like gets into trouble, obviously, and they have to escape. And the only way to escape is through the eating woods. And then on the other side is this veil, and they don't know, but it leads to the other like Fey realm world. And same thing, like the Fey don't really know what's on the other side. They always thought it was just like a barren wasteland. Um, and so there's like magic in place that they can't like cross it. And this guy, the main character, I'm forgetting his name right now. I don't remember. Anyways, the main character is kind of like an assassin for the crown, and it's another assassin. Oh my God. I remember
another theme.
Being
Yeah.
assessed.
Yeah. And his storyline is actually pretty tragic because he's the one who was like experimented on by he was like a high mage and as a child, and so he is trying to find a way to like cure his disease. And he's also this type of uh like magician that can turn anyone into like a bloodstone instantly. So hold on one second. You want to say hi?
Hi, Maven.
Hi,
That is great.
Mava.
It's Mama's friends.
Oh.
I gotta finish my taco. Do you think you could go hang out with Dad?
She's like,
Maybe
oh.
it's much cooler than hanging out with Dad.
Facts.
Who's that in the green? It's Emily and Katie and Madeline. Oh. Okay, can I finish talking? I want to. I know you do.
Really good.
Anywho,
I'm just kidding.
Hold on to this, Mama. Okay. So, anyways, it's pretty. I can't. Okay. I might not be able to finish. It's pretty good. I would recommend it. It is a series, though. I don't remember how many are supposed to be in it, but I know the next one's not out yet. And I will say, like, the beginning was hard to read for me just because of like the like children aspect and some of the definitely trigger warnings with the main character or the male main character's like backstory because there's definitely themes of like sexual abuse and other stuff like that, which is hard to read, I think, for some
For
people.
sure.
Also, like drug abuse and stuff like that is a theme in there, and so that's hard.
I didn't even think about that. I'll probably need to like be like, okay, guys, here's the books that I'm suggesting, but also content warnings.
Yeah, I don't know if we should add trigger warnings or not, but
I mean, the books themselves have them, so like if anybody looks in, you know.
that's true. Hey, can you go downstairs and talk to Dad? Hold on a second.
Hey, Mava, you should go tell your dad a secret. Tell him he's stinky.
Are you manipulating over there, Emily?
Nikki's on now. She's parenting.
No, I'm not. Can you go tell him I love him very, very much? Or maybe you could go jump downstairs on Mommy's bed. You want to go jump on Mama's bed downstairs?
Oh, that does sound fun.
Wow.
Be right back, guys.
Pretty good time. I know.
I know, it's almost like when you go to like a hotel room, you know?
It's super funny,
And,
but
like,
I gotta
the best
finish my
thing is
call.
gonna
Maybe you
be
can call from
to
Nona's
jump on
phone.
the beds.
Go ahead, Nona. Does Nona's phone have the fun noises? I don't know. Go check it out. All right, maybe we'll just edit that bit out. Okay, sorry. So, anyways, yeah, would recommend. Last book I wanted to talk about was a recommendation from Emily, The Blood Over Bright Haven by
Ooh.
M.L. Wang. This one's really good. It's got an interesting like magic concept and stuff, and I don't want to give it away, but like the third chapter in, I feel like I kind of understood what was happening, and it's kind of messed up.
Yeah.
So, but basically, it's about this city that uses magic for everything to make their lives easier, almost like electricity. It's like magic that powers it. And it's about this female scientist, also in a world that's very male dominated. And it's odd for a female to make it as far in science as she has. And she's like very focused on it. And so I kind of liked that aspect because just me as a scientist.
Rob, where you?
Yeah, sure. Can you go maybe call on Nona's phone right now?
Yeah, I sent you. Yeah, I sent you like 7 invitations.
Okay. All right.
I
yeah,
thought
we'll
that
go
was
do
Eric,
that.
but it's Hyro, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like I was like, is that Eric in the background? Like, is he doing video
No.
games?
No, yeah. He's talking to his gamer buddies, you know.
Anywho, sorry.
The girls chat books, the guys play games.
You know. But
Yeah. We each have our hobbies, right? So yeah, so the female main character, her name's Siona, I think. And
We sure. Sounds great.
and the male main character is Tommel. And I think they're very cute together, but there's a lot of like they do a really good job in this book with like I don't know, there's definitely themes of like I don't know the right word, like looking down
Racism.
on someone. Yes, thank you.
For sure.
Have you read it, Katie?
Yeah.
Nurse-
Mhm.
Okay, yeah. So there's
And I would
definitely
say
themes.
classism as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think they write it really well, I feel like, because from like I feel like there's spots where he can trust her and he like opens up and then she's like, oh no, that can't possibly be because she's so like jaded and blinded by her own like
I feel like
life.
Yeah.
like the reason you like this book is because it is kind of like that discovering yourself type situation because like her whole world is shifted from
Oh yeah.
what he tells her and you know like not only does it open her eyes but it basically like ruins her whole like
Right. It's like
thought
yeah.
process.
Yeah, it's like a complete destruction of the world she thought she knew.
Yeah,
And
which
I
I
mean,
thought
you
was really
see that in the book. Yeah. because like she has basically a meltdown, and I totally get it. I would have the same, but because it's pretty messed up. Like once you understand what's happening. So I haven't made it all the way through, so I don't know the ending, so I can't give it away or anything. But I'm hoping there's some kind of like justice for the injustice that happens
Oh, there's justice,
because
baby.
I need that, and Emily wouldn't tell me if that happens.
It is the ending that I think we deserved. But
Okay.
it
Kind of
definitely
brutal though. It's
it is
brutal.
brutal. Yeah, it is maybe not the ending that we were, fingers crossed hoping.
Like brutal for the bad guys or like brutal for everybody?
I
Brutal
would
for
say honestly beautiful everybody, yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Mhm.
Yeah.
This
No, I
author
don't
pulls
know
no
what I
punches.
think.
'Cause
When I
this
was
is
reading, I just like kept turning the page and I was like, oh my God, it's getting worse. And it's getting worse. And it's getting worse. Oh
what?
my God.
Yeah.
But like in the
Really
best
great read though.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like so yeah, so like I was saying earlier is I listened to this one on audiobook, so I fell asleep with it, and so I read like the beginning and then ended up in the
Little bit too
middle and
far.
was too intrigued by what was happening in the middle that I couldn't stop, so I kept reading, and then I was like I should really go back to the beginning and
Oh,
find out all the details. So I have been in the process of going back to the beginning and trying to catch up with where I'm at. So I like I know parts of it, but
it's
I
okay.
didn't
I
make
like
it
to
to the end
spoil
yet.
myself too. So
I used to have a friend, well, not used to. I have a friend who she would always read the last chapter of a book and then start at the beginning. And I was always like, that is insane. But now I kind
respect.
of understand because I have so much anxiety with some of these books that I would rather like read it and know what happens and then read back and like find out what led to the ending, I guess. I don't
Well, and
know.
I'm always like all about the journey getting there. So it's like
Yeah.
spoiling myself has never really been a huge deal for me. Like I will still read the book and enjoy it because it's like the whole overall story is interesting to me, regardless of what the ending is.
I agree. The only thing that really stops me from reading is if the main character's ridiculous.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Anywho, so those are my books. I've read a lot of other ones, but those are the notable ones. So
I've never read the ending first of a book.
I typically don't either. I feel like the Verity that you recommended me, like I pretty much knew what was going to happen, but like I still enjoyed that story, you know?
Yeah.
Because
mm,
like I didn't have all the details. I might know how it ended, and I honestly do think that like the ending like you could tell something was going on. Like I knew it wasn't just going to be like, you know, what it looks like it is, but
Right.
I still enjoyed the story because it is a thriller. So
Yeah, that was a wild book.
He got his ult.
Still questioning whatever
I
happened.
know, like it's one that sticks with you, which I honestly agree is one that sticks with you is that Blood Over Bright Haven too. Like I think about that sometimes.
is the ending that wild?
Yeah.
I think about it. Yeah, I definitely do.
Oh,
Like, because I like this
do
author
a lot
is
of
one of
people
those
die?
authors.
Or...
I can't answer that. This is one of those authors that just like ends it, and there could be a million more books in the series, but I know she's not gonna put it out. It's like life just goes
Um,
on type situation.
Yeah.
So that's why it
I
sticks with
I
me.
don't know. Even like books that have a lot in the series, sometimes I wish they would write like prequels or about different topics. You know what I mean?
Dude,
Like
the
I
Witch
would
Wars,
rather what?
the Witch Wars. If
Yeah.
Sarah J. Maas ever did a series on the Witch Wars, I would read the shit out of that. Like that would
Yes,
be so cool.
there's so many like prequel stuff I feel like with that series she could do. But yeah, I would almost rather like prequel books than like more in the series.
Yeah,
Mm.
same. I agree with that 100%. Because I just want to because I love like a good origin story, you know?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
in movies too, like origin movies, like when they
Mm.
you guys know the Quiet Place or whatever?
Yeah.
You know how they put out that one the newest one where it's like day 0 or whatever?
Yeah.
Like it was good and I liked it, but I almost wish that I could have like day 0 of like the characters that are in A Quiet Place 1 and Quiet Place 2. Like
Yeah.
that's what I want for every book
I
is
feel that.
like day 0. Like what happened to get where we are now? like to the story.
Yeah.
Not really.
All right, Katie, you're up.
Okay. So I'm just going to kind of do like kind of rapid fire. I just picked my like top 5 books from like 2025 so far. And I feel really bad because I feel like I'm about to go over books that like are not the vibe. So I apologize in advance. But my first book is debut novel by Katie Shepherd, Bear With Me Now. This book was so funny. It is a rom-com, but it is sad, sweet, heartbreaking, all of that. It's hilarious because, well, okay, this is not the hilarious part, but main character Tegan has like a mental breakdown. So his younger sister, who he raised, decides that she's going to take him to a wilderness retreat in Montana. And like hilarity just ensues. Like, dude is not meant for the wilderness. The first day he's there, he gets attacked by a bear. He meets Darcy. She's like, you can't tell anybody that you got attacked by the bear because she's like a wildlife conservationist. If you tell anybody that you got attacked by the bear, they'll come up and kill the bear. So he has to lie to the doctor about like why he's all scratched up or whatever. But it is a romance. These two, they do get together. They spend like 3 weeks in the wilderness, but he is like the CEO of his mom's, like his mom has passed away, her charity that she founded, and he just like can't handle it. He's never wanted to do this. It stresses him out, but he feels obligated to do it. So his sister lies to Darcy and says that he's an alcoholic, not that he had like a panic attack. So he doesn't want to leave Darcy. So he's like, I'll hire you as my sober companion. So throughout the whole book, she thinks that he's an alcoholic. So not really understanding the like overall like problem with him is that he suffers from panic attacks and anxiety. So she's in his house getting rid of all of his liquor or whatever, and he doesn't drink. And like his thoughts are hilarious. He was like, oh, that was that 100-year-old scotch I got. I was saving for a special occasion. Like, dude's not an alcoholic, but yeah. So it's actually really funny. It is definitely a little heartbreaking too, just like his story and like her situation. But it was really good. Really enjoyed this debut novel by Katie Shepherd. So
Katie Shepherd.
I know, right? I was like, namesake, got a rep. And this was my first Mariana Zapata book. It's All Roads Lead Here. This had been on my TBR forever. I had wanted to read it. It is a romance, slow burn, kind of like finding yourself again after like a failed marriage type situation. Rhodes is like this grumpy police officer who just like doesn't want her to be here at all. She like answered an ad to like move into like a Airbnb for 3 weeks, and it was his son that did it. So like she shows up and he's like, you gotta go, you gotta get out of here. But it's actually really interesting because she is from the town that she's going to like stay in for a while after she gets her divorce, and her mom went missing like 20 years prior. So she is, like doing all of her old hikes because her mom was like a really big hiker or whatever. So it's like, it's again, heartbreaking, heartwarming. These two are everything. I love Tobias and Aurora. But yeah, it is really good. But I will say I don't believe the characters touch each other until like maybe 500 pages in. So if slow burn is your jam, then this is your book. But if it's not, probably not.
I will say, like, I think I love slow burn. Like, there's just something so exciting, like, about the anticipation, and then it's just like they touch fingertips, and you're like, oh my god.
Mm-hmm. Well, and she does.
I definitely like the tension.
Yeah, she does a really good job, I think, in this one. I've read another one of her books. It's The Wall of Winnipeg, which I also really liked. But it is also single POV, which I don't typically gravitate towards because I like to know the guy's thoughts. But it worked really well in this because it's like you never really knew what he was thinking, and but you only knew what she was thinking, and she was like, oh, this guy's great, but he's had a hard life, so it was good. I really enjoyed it.
It's hard not to know. what the other
Yeah, right. Hard for me, for sure.
I guess that's life.
Close to real life.
Right. Well, right. And like that's what these two books kind of are. There's no fantasy or anything like that. It is just basically like real life as you go about it, struggles, trials. Now, my third book is The Sword of Kaigon by M.L. Wang, which is the author of Blood Over Brighthaven. This book straight up destroyed my freaking soul. Like, I still think about this book. It makes me sob.
Why?
It's crazy
Why did
too.
it destroy your soul?
I
Why?
cannot tell you.
You cannot tell me. Tell me. I need to know.
Well,
It's
tell
like
me.
it's so grief heavy, dude.
It
Like,
is, yeah.
you got to be in the right mindset to read it. I was not. I struggled.
Oh no.
But I will say, like, the fact that I was grieving as hard as what almost felt like the main character was grieving, like, that means that, like, she does a good job making
Of
you connect with the
writing
character.
those emotions, pulling them out, for
Yeah.
sure.
Is it a female or male main character?
Great question. So it actually follows two different POVs. It is the firstborn son of the, like, I think it's Masuda line. And it's Maramu, I believe is his name. So he's like 14. He's in school. He is the son of a very well-known family that is they're like warriors. They live at the Sword of Kaigon, which is like kind of like one of those like last stand places for like any foreign enemies. And they are Theonites, so they have some manipulation over water. And his family is responsible for basically like coining the Whispering Blade, which is the like a specific technique within their powers that is like water that can cut anything in half. So like it's kind of his journey, the son's journey on how like he's navigating learning his powers and trying to master this technique. And then it also follows, you get POVs from his mom, which is Misaki. And her story is super interesting. There actually is a series that this author did about that, but she discontinued the series after book 2. So I don't think I'll read it because I don't think I could handle that. But awesome read. Like I would say like 6-star fantasy read. So
have to check that one out.
I will
then-
say though, with that book, like, some of the names are really hard to pronounce, or at least I found.
I looked them up. I got on YouTube because they're Japanese.
I should have done that. Should have done that.
So Misaki is they're Japanese in origin.
Yes.
Obviously the pronunciation I'm butchering it, but I tried. And then I picked Onyx Storm as well because this was a really good read for me. I really enjoyed it. This again destroyed my life. I won't go too much into detail about this one, but I will say I did read Fourth Wing and Iron Flame before this in preparation for this book. And I know we never did our podcast episode on Iron Flame, but I was looking back through my notes and I was trashing that book. I was like, I hated the ending. Like, this was bullshit. And after rereading it, I am totally changing my tune. That might be my favorite book of the series. So I don't know, like, if I was just in a bad mood when I read it or like what my mental state was, but yeah.
Yeah. Maybe you just, I feel like with series, it's always just because you're like, I wanted more, you know?
Right. Maybe it's the fact that it like ended on such a cliffhanger, and that like really bugged me.
I sometimes feel like it matters like where you're at in life with reading a book, you know what I mean? Like whether it hits you in the right spot or not.
Yeah, but I remember like calling Madeline and being like, this ending's bullshit. Like I trashed it, and my notes are like savage about it, but
yeah.
Like, the more popular like a book gets, the more I want to reject it because I just want to go against the norm. But I think that's my own personal problem.
Yeah, I could see that. Sometimes I'll do that too, but I will read popular books and unpopular books, so it really just depends.
I mean, yeah, same. But
I have a feeling if they're popular, they're gonna be pretty good usually. So I'll probably read them.
Yeah,
well,
I don't know why my brain thinks that way.
I don't know. Maybe it's like you want to like read.
Gotta go against the grain.
You want to read things that nobody else is reading, or like you know how a song's like overplayed on the radio, like you just get annoyed with it or something.
Maybe, yeah.
That could be it for sure. Last book, probably to nobody's surprise. This is J.D. Robb.
Rob.
Yes. Honestly, so
Another
Number 8082.
it's 60. Yeah, this is the 60th book in this series, which I've read all of.
You know
it
what's funny
follows-
is you did a book rack on this one in
It's a book
the
of the month.
group. Right, I'm sorry, book of the month in the group, and my mom is like, "Oh, it was so nice that Katie, invited me to be part of the group," and I was like, "Yeah, it was." Or she loves having you. You should comment on stuff. She's like, "Yeah, I can't read number 60 in a line."
I saw that comment.
I replied to her comment and I was like, if you want to start this series or if you're interested in, start with like Naked in Death because that's the first one. And to be honest, guys, like these are all like each book is a different murder. So I mean,
You can read them out of
technically you
order.
could start at 60. Like it really wouldn't matter.
Also,
I mean,
the
yeah.
way that I got through like a lot of them, I can't remember what I'm on now, but
I'm 21.
Thank you. She knows me. Anyway, I'm on book 21 and Audible. That's how I got it.
Well, and they're kind of short. Like the Audibles are like 7 hours.
In the car,
Yeah.
You got a good series too. Like it's like watching CSI, but like in book form.
It is a procedural drama. So like each book is a case, essentially.
Yeah.
This case is actually really awesome. So I'll just give you a little bit of backstory on the series. It is set in 2058. So it is about 30 years into the future. And they do have so it is sort of sci-fi in nature a little bit, just because like these things don't exist yet. But it follows Eve, who is a lieutenant for the NYPD. In the homicide department. Even Rourke, yeah, exactly.
They are the best too.
Yes. And this book is one of my favorites in a long time because it follows a killer who is basically taking out his old team that he served with in the Urban Wars, which the Urban Wars are in 2030. So maybe we have something to look forward to. Right. And it's like this big World War III that happened in all over the world. And one of the characters in this book served with the killer, and he's basically trying to eliminate his old team, and he left a calling card for Eve to take the case. So it's really good. This one has been my favorite in a really long time because, I will say that, with like NCIS or CSI or any of those shows, like it does start to get a little repetitive, but this one definitely has stood out to me.
60 books later, I feel like.
Yeah. Oh, no, there's a ton. Like some of my favorites, like Obsession in Death is actually one of my favorites. I think it's like later. It's like 40 or 50 in it. So it just depends. Like a lot of them do follow the same formula, I guess. Like you can kind of predict like how the story will go and everything like that. Not necessarily who the killer is, but they all follow a certain
there's always like a mystery like to it, but Eve always kicks ass.
Yeah, Eve is one of my favorite characters of all time. Like she's been through a lot of like crap in her life and everything like that, but she never stops kicking ass.
Yeah. So. Trigger warnings for sexual abuse, child abuse.
Yes. Oh yeah, and I did want to mention too, like this one, trigger warning for like death.
Everything.
Yeah. This one, trigger warning for like mental health. This has a kind of a big mental health rep, as well as like not necessarily parental abuse, but neglect and things like that. So like those are some of the things that Tegan suffers from, and like why he has the panic attacks. And then I did have an honorable mention. That one that I was telling you that is not that I don't get delivered, but this is what it is. So it is. I don't know if you can see that.
No,
okay, so it's
yeah.
Sorry, I think it's my camera. So it's called 10 Ways to Accidentally Fall in Love. This book had me seriously on the floor laughing out loud. Like, it was hilarious. It is an romance, but like our two main characters, like, so they're gym bros, which I know you're probably like, what the fuck, Katie? But like,
Hey,
so
we're not here to yuck your yum, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to have another hockey romance.
it
Where
has
did
nothing
you
to do with
learn
hockey.
that phrase, Emily?
I think
Yuck
I've
your
heard it a
yum.
couple times.
Yeah, I
I
feel like
don't know.
people are using it now. Yeah.
Oh,
Your
that's like in parenting books, like like when kids, are picky eaters or whatever, they'll say like, don't. One of the things you can say is like, don't yuck my yum or whatever. Give it a try, blah blah blah. And so that's why I was like, where did you hear that?
I feel like a lot of the book talkers are using it, like, not to yuck anybody's yum, but like, this book was shit, you know?
Some other
Yeah.
like podcasters I listen to as well like use it sometimes.
I
Yeah.
wonder if they got it from like parenting.
Maybe.
But you guys would probably like this book because, like, Brad, who is like, okay, so Joey and Brad, those are the two main characters. Brad is straight. Joey's gay. And they like start working out together, and Joey really likes Brad, but Brad's kind of like flirty and sort of oblivious to like social cues. So Joey asks Brad out to dinner or whatever, and Brad doesn't know that Joey thinks it's a date. Brad just thinks it's like, sharing dinner between bros,
Yeah, like activity.
Right. And then like Joey drops him off at his house and he goes to kiss him, and Brad's like, "Oh no, now I'm going to lose my really good friend cuz like I'm straight and I have to reject him." But essentially what ends up happening is Brad's like, "Don't even worry about it. Like, I will set you up like the book's version of like Grinder, and I'll set you up on some dates. Like, I'll find you the perfect guy." Or
It
and so
sounds like
like
a really fun book.
it is super fun, and like hilarity ensues. Like the people that Brad chooses, because he doesn't know like the lingo or whatever,
Yeah.
like is like it is a laugh out loud hysterical. But Brad like does sign him up for like a date where Joey really enjoys, and Brad goes with him on the date, and Brad starts to get jealous, and he was like, so he kind of has like a bi awakening type situation. He's like, I don't really want Joey to be with this guy. Like, so then they start their relationship, and it's sweet, adorable. I would say it's like not very spicy, but it was great. 10 out of 10 would recommend. So
Cute.
And Joey and Brad.
yeah, I know, and their names like get me. Well, and Brad's name is Brad Bradley. So, it's so hard. Like, but yeah, those are my books. My top 5 so far.
Some
Thanks
solid.
for sharing, Katie.
Curiosity, how many books have you read since
109
Oh my god.
so far for this year. Yeah.
So
So that
Yeah.
concludes the podcast.
Yeah, it's been a wild year so far.
It's only March, dude.
I know. Well, I was like, my goal for this year is to read 300 or whatever, and I was telling my dad that.
You got a good start already.
I was telling my dad that, and he was like, 300, you're not going to make it. And I was like, what? I'm already at like 89. Like, why wouldn't I make it? And I don't think he did the math right.
He probably didn't realize like the level of
commitment that I have to meeting that goal.
When did you talk to him? Was this like last week and you read
No, that was in Costa Rica, so like 3 weeks ago.
Okay. Read 20 books in that time period, Katie.
Some of them are like short, quick reads, like 300 pages, like I can pretty much get through that in like
I've been in the middle of
3
Blood
hours.
over Brighthaven for like literally a month.
Yeah. Well, I would consider this my like second job. So.
Oh, okay, sure.
Maybe someday will be.
That'd be cool. Yeah, for sure. Just read books.
That would be cool. Yeah.
Save this recording for when it happens. No,
Back in 2025.
What are we gonna be like 80? Jesus. When I'm 80, I want to return. No,
Should we have some like send off or
over
Bye.
now?
10-4?
I don't know. What do you want the send off to be? Thanks for listening. Come like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Everybody enjoy episode 3, which we will call anal glands.
God.
Can you remove her anal glands is the title of the episode.
Yeah.
Yes, I probably should, because it's costing me a lot of money at this point. I guess not a lot of money. It's only like $28 per month, but that's like a subscription I can't get rid of.
Still, Molly is not contributing, if anything.
You know what we can do for like our send off? Like maybe everybody, well, you guys might have already done this, but like share the book that you're going to read next. So
I
that
haven't. Yeah.
people
That's
know
a good idea.
what we're going to talk about next.
Okay, let's go in order.
Wait, are we doing a continued like chaos type episode for next time, or are we gonna read one?
I'm
We
down.
can read one. Yeah, we can do whatever you want.
What would you guys want to read?
Maybe we should talk about it like
While we're not recording.
Sorry, we decide right here, right now.
Well, I
Right
think
here,
everybody
right
should
now.
say like what they're planning on reading next, and that's how we'll
true,
send
'cause-
it off.
Yeah,
Can
I
I
don't disagree.
talk about what I'm reading now because I don't know what I'm going to read next.
Yes, absolutely.
So I mean, I mentioned it a couple times, but I'm reading that book, Someone You Can Build a Nest In. Let me find the author name. It's by John Wiswell, Wiswell. It's very whimsy. It's classified as like a horror fantasy, but I don't think it's like very horror-ish. I think it's just like whimsical. I think they classify it as a horror because she's like a monster, the main character, and there are like some
Eats
aspects.
people.
Oh yeah, she eats people.
Yeah,
but
I
that's,
honestly thought that was a hard line for me, but
Oh God.
but like
Read
it's
any.
cute, and like I have found myself like laughing out loud like several times reading the book. Like it's funny, and like she has a friend bear because she like lives in the woods, and she has a friend bear named Blueberry, and I love it.
You baby.
But that's what I'm reading right now.
Yeah, I guess that's what I'm doing too. But I think I do like I'm obviously I'm reading this book right now, which is the second book called Bad Ship, and I feel like that the title kind of gives away like what might happen to like one of the live ships.
mm-hmm.
It's
Gonna go mad.
My goal looks funny. And this is kind of what like the serpents look like. So I guess this is a good like kind of title to show you like what the world kind of would look like. But what I want to do is read that book you guys were talking about, The Sword of Kaigan. So that'll probably be on our list.
It's free on Kindle Unlimited, dude.
So those are probably the plans, but who knows? I might like go off the rails and be like, I'm reading something nobody's read, because I like to do that too sometimes.
I almost bought you a book today at Books A Million. It was Dungeons and Drama. It's like a Dungeon and Dragon romance.
Honestly, like I feel like they could make some really good books with like Dungeons and Dragons lore, and I'm sure there already is out there. So I do want to explore that someday, but we shall see. By the way, I'm playing Saturday.
Nice.
For some fun. But that's like, that works really well with like my love for fantasy, because like you get to make up your own backstories, and like you get to play out like the stories that you like kind of read about. So it's if you like fantasy, like D&D is a really fun like game. You get to role play characters too.
For sure.
Never been invited to play D&D.
I'm just kidding.
It's kind of hard when you're not with people.
Yeah. That's the hardest part, but you could also play. We could try it over the web, but I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if you guys would be down to do that. I also don't think who would be a really good DM is Katie, because of her attention to detail and remembering things. So you could try it, Katie. You could always.
It's just my acting skills that are subpar, but
yeah, but I mean, who's
Practice makes perfect, like, you know.
yeah. But yeah, so that's what I'm reading. But what about who's next?
You're
Nikki.
next. So honestly, like as much as I struggle with the whole like kid issue, like anything bad happening to kids really gets me. But the Sword of Kaigen I feel like sounds really interesting, and I like her writing, at least in Blood Over Brighthaven. Oh, I think we lost Emily. She said she was bad connection.
She's probably in the bathroom or something.
Oh, it says she can't rejoin. Katie, can you add her?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Anyways, but I think I would like to read it because it sounds interesting and I like the author and how she writes and stuff. It's not boring and I don't get annoyed with the female main character in the Blood Over Brighthaven. I feel like that's a good I don't know, that's a good sign for me. It's hard when I get you know how they have like the ick for guys or situations or whatever. I feel like it's hard when I have the ick for like a female main character that I just can't connect with or at all.
Is it always female main characters, or like do like guy characters ever
I
be
don't tend to get it with male main characters, and I think it's because I don't like
relate?
anything in like a guy's perspective. I like, and I have no because I'm not a guy, you know. So I have no concept of like, oh, this is ridiculous. I would never act like this. You know what I mean? Like with females, I'm like I feel like in writing, sometimes they focus, like, it really frustrates me in writing and in life with people when people are just like constantly focused on the problem and like this went wrong and this is the problem. And I'm not saying I don't have my own like like pity party, I guess. I don't know, where I'm like frustrated about something, but at the same time, I guess I'm of the mindset like, okay, so what are we gonna do about it? And I feel like I get that way with books more so. And it's maybe because, you know, as a reader, you're usually omniscient about some stuff, or you can like look at things outside of actually like happening. So that's, I mean, it's probably not fair of me that I get frustrated with them because, like, if I was in that situation, I'd probably maybe be acting the same way. But some of them are just ridiculous and I can't handle
Like,
it.
what are you doing? Like,
Yeah.
why? What possessed you to make that choice? Like,
Right. But I mean, hindsight 2020, like I have definitely made choices where I'm like, what is wrong with me today?
Right.
Or whatever. So anyway, so I'd like to read that one, or because I'm kind of on the parenting book kick, or I would like to read this one called The Danish Way of Parenting. And I've
Uh,
had it for a while and I started to read it, but I never finished it. And I think I'd like to like get into it because now that Mava's like a toddler and stuff like that, I feel like as a new parent, I read a lot of baby books about babies and then didn't really a lot of like toddler books or like anything after having a baby, and they're only in the baby phase for so long, and then you have this miniature human who like doesn't know how to regulate emotions or like accurately express how they're feeling, and I don't know how to do that either, and I'm a full human or adult,
facts.
whatever. So I'm like I need to read more on this subject. So, and same thing, like I have a really hard time with play. So I like to read books about how to play or like what to play or give my
Mm-hmm.
attention. I feel like, you know, in life, people are so distracted by everything, and I feel like I'm distracted by everything as well. So I like to read books on how to like connect better and whatever. So for any parents in our group that are new parents, I guess not the old parents because they've already done it.
Yeah. Sorry, Mom. We're already. You did a great job.
Exactly. Like shout out to the parents, moms, dad, y'all great.
you know what? The best thing you can do, Nikki, is give, just pop out another one and then they'll play together. Just kidding.
Yeah, you're right. Right. Just give them a friend.
It is so funny you say that because I've been to like mom groups where like moms will be like, you know, my child will come up and ask me to play, and I'm like, I gave you 4 siblings for this. Go find one of them. And I'm like, honestly, it's so true.
That's
If
really
Mava
funny.
had a sibling, that's what I would tell her to go do.
No, yeah.
So
No, I think it's really important though that you're like, looking into like what you could do too. So that's really cool.
For sure.
that's
Well,
my go. Hey dog, you wanna
I
go?
literally like I'm kind of like in a slump right now. I'm thinking about maybe reading Heartless Hunter.
you know why? Because you've read 109
Yeah.
books. So
Yeah, I literally have like 7 books on my Kindle Unlimited right now to read, plus like I think it's at 90 on my TBR. So I don't know. I kind of wanted to like meet I think it's Sweet and Spicy reading challenge on Goodreads, and so I was thinking about maybe reading the 7 Year Slip because I hear that's a really good book. So it was for like a romance wreck, and then maybe like the Heartless Hunter for the fantasy. So that's kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's right. Heartless Hunter, I think, sounds good too. The one
Yeah.
Emily recommended.
And it's done, and like
Yeah.
I have no reason not to now. I am excited for the new Hunger Games book. I think I actually will read that.
oh yeah,
I did not read Snakes and Songwords though. I never did.
me
What's
neither.
the new one about? I never read the Snakes and
Hamish's
Swords.
games.
Hey Mitch,
Oh,
yeah.
I feel like I'll read that one. I don't know. I just didn't really want. I didn't really want a backstory on what's his
Snow.
name. No, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Or
Like I didn't have any interest in that, but I did like the movie, so that makes me think I might like it. But I hear it's not written like a book; it's like a playwright, right? Something. I
oh,
don't know.
I don't know.
I'll have to do a little bit more research on that. But yeah, I think I will read the new one, Sunrise on the
I don't
Reaping.
know.
Because I've always been interested in his games because it's like the 50th where they had double
Mhm.
the people in the games.
Oh yeah.
Plus Hamish is just a really interesting character to me. So
I love Hey Mitch. He's great.
yeah. I wouldn't mind a Finnick game book as well, or even Annie. I think that would be interesting. Pretty
I
much
feel like
all the
Annie's.
tributes, I wouldn't mind having a book on them. Like,
I feel like Annie's would be really hard for me to read just because
yeah,
of how like she just
how
went
that went
nuts,
down.
you know.
Yeah, she just went nuts for sure.
But I
Although
feel like
I wouldn't be, and I wouldn't have all my faculties after something like that either.
no. Although I feel
Assuming
like
I would
if
survive,
they,
hilarious.
you would totally survive, Katie.
I'm like, did you read that Nora Roberts book? Oh, did I bore you to death? Okay, excellent.
Man, I feel like they could do that book really good though, like Annie's games, because it would just be it would just be like a super sad book, you know what I mean, with a lot of like tough themes and stuff. But I feel like they could do it really well if they wanted to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. I wouldn't. Well, and like the Sunrise on the Reaping is going to be a movie. I hear it's coming out in 2026. Like the book
Really?
releases in 2025, but they're making a movie on it too.
Oh shoot, how cool.
Yeah, so we'll get another Hunger Games movie, which I did like all of those movies. I still go back and rewatch them. So
I did too. Are they gonna have Haymitch though? Like the old who Woody Harrelson plays him, right?
no, because Haymitch will be 16, and
Younger, right?
yeah.
I
I
wonder
just wasn't sure if they would have like I don't
Oh,
know.
like Woody Harrelson, like this was my life. This was my
Right,
life.
like
Yeah,
at the
I
end
doubt
and
it.
beginning.
I was gonna say I'm sure it'll just start like when it starts, but that's a
Yeah,
really good point because I love Woody Harrelson and I love him as Haymitch.
I did too. Me too. That's what I'm wondering.
All right, so I
Word.
think that
Save the
is
recording,
it.
Katie.
Yeah, we did lose Emily, which
Yeah, I think she said she had a connection issue or something.
Oh,
alright.
oh, do
Okay,
we-
episode 3 signing off.
Speculated.
Burp.